What's up to all my earthbound beings? Today is February the 27th, 2024. It is 12:13 p.m. And today's video is going to be the first of a mini part series. I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to break it down into little sections. So, the title of the series will be Protect Your Crown, The Awakening. And it actually is telling the story of my awakening, the testimony of my awakening, and the rewards that I have received from my awakening. So, Revelation 3:11 through 12 tells you, "Behold, I am coming quickly. Hold fast what you have, that no one may take your crown. He who overcomes, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go out no more." So my awakening began January the 24th, 2020, and it has continued still until this present day. There are many things about, the spirit realm that I am learning, just like many of us. We are in the awakening, in the stages of the awakening, and we're seeing the battle that is in heaven, in the spirit realm, over our awakenings. It's a battle for souls. Whether the souls belong to you or not, it's a battle for souls. So, in the course of my awakening, some of the key things that I have learned that are extremely important is keep your sacred energy sacred. Your sexual energy, keep it to yourself. In this day and time, the world seems to condone more than ever. I mean, in my generation, I'm Generation X. So we were latchkey kids, and well, we found much trouble to get into. But also because we were latchkey kids, a lot of us did not have the proper guidance as to, proper behaviors. I'll say that. The second thing is to study and know yourself before you give yourself to others. We tend to give away a lot of our innocence, a lot of things that we don't know about ourselves. We give it away before we actually have a chance to know who we are. So before you give yourself to anyone else, you need to know what it is that you're giving away. And then always keep the Most High God first and foremost, above, beyond anything. And the Most High God is your highest self, the good of your highest self, which ends up being the full spirit, the whole spirit. It's you as a whole being. And this whole being includes your mind, body, spirit, soul, all levels of it. So it's very important. But let's continue. So January the 24th, 2020, I was fresh out of a less than acceptable entanglement. I found myself suddenly awakened. I was out on a road somewhere in Houston in the midst of my peers, and I was suddenly aware that everyone was aware of me. Like a light switch had flipped to its brightest setting, or a spotlight of sorts. Each person that surrounded me, appeared to be extremely interested in who I was and what I thought. So, as we all well, as they all sought to walk and talk with me, I remember feeling very caught off guard and wondering if I had just entered some version of the Twilight Zone. Come to find out, that's exactly where I was. If you know, if you have ever had surgery, there are stages of anesthesia that the doctors can place you under. One of them is the twilight stage, where you are in the between of being completely unconscious and then fully aware. Well, I was in the twilight state. I was aware that something was happening. I just wasn't sure what exactly that happening was. And it was happening in the middle of a work day while I was out and about. It just flipped on like a light switch, which was extremely frightening. I didn't know if I should take off running to my company vehicle and drive away as fast as I could, or if I should take the position of crouching tiger and defend myself. Since I was on the clock in the middle of a job site walk, the Holy Spirit helped me through this. So this was on a Wednesday, and luckily, earlier that week, I had scheduled Thursday and Friday off because, the events that followed were extremely intense. Stay tuned for part 2.